everything. Like, what's an aquaporine?
Aquaporine. Hey Jen Huang, you're coming soon, right? Hashtag cell signaling.
I don't think it's what cell signaling is, Jen.
And what is cell signaling?
Well, basically, it's when an extracellular signal, like a hormone or a neurotransmitter, binds to a complementary receptor on the phospholipid bilayer of the receiving cell.
Wait, what?
It's like that scene in Spaceballs where Mr. President tells Lord Darkhelmet to tell the Colonel to tell the crew to do something.
They're getting all their air back. Do something. Do something. Do something.
Oh, I get it. So if Mr. President hadn't told Lord Darkhelmet to do something, then in the end, Lord Darkhelmet wouldn't have told the Colonel to do something, and the Colonel, in turn, wouldn't have told his crew to do something, right? So if cell A hadn't activated cell B, then in the end, cell D wouldn't have been activated at all.
Okay, but what if the cell isn't saying do something? How do the other cells know that the signal's for them?
Oh, you mean cell signaling specificity? That's easy, Jen. If a cell doesn't have the correct signal receptor and relay proteins, no response will result from a specific cell signal.
Okay, you're making zero sense.
Jen, it's like that part in Sherlock Season 1, Episode 2, where the gangsters drew symbols all over the train station and only those in the gang understood it, even though thousands of people walk past it every day, and as such, only the cell with the right receptors will be activated even though all the cells are exposed to it. Clarissa, focus. Oh, right. Sorry.
I have no idea. That's what I drew like a line. Highlighted. Give me that.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
What's that doing?
Okay, Jenny. What's up?
So I was studying the car and had a question on this one topic. So how come huskies are hybrids of dogs and wolves? I was walking this one husky and I remember Mr. Knight saying that it take a lot of steps, but how do I remember all of them?
Oh, like in Shrek when the donkey and the dragon had donkey babies.
But donkey babies. That could never happen in real life though, because of fertilization barriers.
Oh, hey, baby. Woo! Hey, that's my girl. Yeah, all right. Baby, where you been? I'm sorry, too. I should have stayed, but Shrek had this thing he had to do in What? Say that one more time. What are you talking about? Are you serious? Look at our little mutant baby.
See, first there's habitat isolation. Habitat isolation is when members of two different species cannot have babies because they live in different habitats, therefore they cannot meet and mate. So if Shrek and Donkey had never gone to the tower to rescue Fiona, Dragon and Donkey would have never met and had kids.
Yeah, next is temporal isolation. I guess Donkey and Dragon had the same mating seasons. And then there's behavioral isolation. That's when Donkey and Dragon first met. Dragon was going to eat Donkey, right? But then Donkey started sweet-talking her and then she fell in love with him. But then if Donkey didn't have the right behaviors that appealed to Dragon, Dragon would have eaten him and they would have never mated.
Then there's mechanical isolation, right? How?
Okay, details. Donkey's sperm must have been with the dragon's eggs, or it wouldn't have overcome the gametic isolation barrier.
Thanks, we really needed to know that.
Okay.
Do you get it now?
I think I get it now.
Okay, awesome, sure.
Me. Jen, what are you doing?
What? The donkey and the dragon make donkey babies, right? So shouldn't the dog and the turtle make, turtle babies?
Jen, don't you remember your pre-zygotic barriers? Temporal isolation. They don't have the same mating seasons.
Yeah, and mechanical isolation.
It don't fit.
Oh, okay then. So I guess they can only mate if they bypass all the pre-zygotic barriers. Habitat, temporal, behavioral, mechanical, gametic.
Yeah, good job, Jen.
Hey Jen, can you do the whole protein synthesis thing?
Oh yeah, sure, dude, I got this. the chocolate is getting processed right now in the factory, kind of like how proteins are synthesized by ribosomes in the rough PR. After getting processed in the rough ER, the protein is then modified in the Golgi body. After getting modified in the Golgi body, vesicles bud off the Golgi body and transport the synthesized proteins to the plasma membrane of the cell. And then we have exocytosis, as the protein exits the cell and goes to different parts of the body that needs it. And that's like when the trucks leave the factory to get shipped off to different places.
Coming to the beach study session tomorrow?
Yeah, if I don't get sick by your virus first.
Hey guys, how come your body doesn't recognize a virus and attack it immediately and head on?
Well, some viruses have an envelope made of its host cell membrane.
Because the viral envelope is like the membrane of the host cell, the body's immune system won't recognize it as a foreign substance.
And therefore it won't attack it immediately.
Okay, yeah. I've got something that makes a lot more sense than that. Cue Troy.
During the Trojan War, the Spartans couldn't breach Spartan walls because they were strongly guarded. As a result, Odysseus thought of a plan. They built a huge Trojan horse as a false present for the Trojans. The Trojans welcomed the Trojan horse in their walls willingly, just like how the cell accepts the virus willingly into vesicles because the virus is disguised as its host cell. What the Trojans didn't know was that there were Spartan soldiers hiding in the Trojan horse, just waiting for the right time to attack from the inside. Similarly, once the virus is accepted in the cell, it duplicates itself, and thousands of viruses break out into the cytoplasm of the cell and destroy it from the inside.
Wow! Guys, I think we're ready for this SAT bio test. Yeah?
Yeah!
Woo!
Yeah, look at that spontaneous combustion. Yeah, look at that negative delta T.
Let's go get it down. The sound, yes, I'm in the zone. Is it 2, 3? Leave a good tip. I'ma blow all of my money and don't give two shits. I'm on the floor, floor. I love to dance, so give me more, more. Till I can't stand. Get on the floor, floor. Like it's your last chance. If you want more, more, then here I am.
This music theory class, huh? So far, Turtle, so far! Where's your next destination, Lydia's hand or Jennifer's?